Now, how do you then revise for a paper like quantitative analysis in a period of 3 weeks, or 4 weeks, using the spaced repetition or spaced revision technique? I will demonstrate by scoping the one topic, let's say time series, or let me use linear programming. Linear programming. How do you revise? How do you revise linear programming? This is one of the topics in the qualitative analysis paper. So the first thing to do is to scope this topic. List the subtopics that appear in this topic, and you can do this by use of Excel sheet. You can do it on an Excel sheet, or better still, Google Sheets. If you go on Google, just search Google Sheets. The sheets are free on Google. You can then use the sheets to list the subtopics. If you don't like computers, you can do it on paper. Just do it on paper, so that or in one column you'll have the topics. One column, you have topics. This topic. On one column, you have the subtopics. The first column, you'll have the subtopics. And the first topic, subtopic here is assumptions. Assumptions of linear programming. Then another topic here is solving. Subtopic is solving linear programming. Solving linear programming using one is a graphical method. Then there is the simplex method. The next subtopic is sensitivity analysis. Then we have the shadow prices. Shadow prices in business. Then there is this interesting subtopic, which is computer, not computer but interpretation of computer assisted interpretation of computer assisted solutions. Interpretation of computer assisted solutions. Then this is sensitivity analysis. 1, 2, 3, 4. After interpretation of computer assisted solutions, we have what we call transportation problems. Then there is the assignment problems. So I have done scoping. Right. Then I said this can be done on sheets, so I can have the sheets, spreadsheets like that. If you are using Google Sheets, you have something like that. These are sheets, right? And I have that. Have this. I have next. So sheets. So candidates, I have done the scoping of linear programming topic. The other topics have to be done the same way. The mathematical functions, network analysis, simulation, time series, the same way. That is what we call scoping. I will not be able to do scoping of all the subjects here on the board because you can see I have a constraint in space. All right, there is a constraint in space. So the question I'm trying to answer in this episode is how to revise in 21 days. That is a question that students have asked me, and I want to demonstrate the best technique to apply when revising for exams in a short period of time. So the scoping will be done for all the topics. Then coming to the linear programming topic, you will now check out of these subtopics which one you are not comfortable with, which subtopic do you think that is difficult for you. That's where you begin. Simplex. I remember simplex. This is a subject I also sat for. Simplex was problematic, but we had an amazing instructor. We were able to pass this paper in first attempt. So simplex, assuming simplex is the most problematic subtopic from all these subtopics, then on day 1, November, if I'm the one preparing, I'll come here and day 1, November 1, I will, this is November 1, day 1, I will practice retrieving the knowledge I have in this subtopic of simplex by attempting past paper questions. I will come to the revision partner. This book, the questions have been arranged topically. So I'll come here and select a question on simplex. Close the book, right? I'll get a question on simplex, sit down with a blank paper, attempt the question. It may take around 30 minutes or 40 minutes. Then I will either check the answer from the back of this book, or I'll go to the block revision section, because we have done all these questions in our block revision series. So I will go check what I have done and what the lecturer has done, so that I mark. Then immediately I review my answers to see where I may have missed. That is November 1. Alternatively, I can check the answer from the manifested e-learning platform. All these questions have been answered on that platform. I'll see how the lecturer has solved that particular question. So that reviewing may take some time, all right, may take some time. I will check where I did not get the answers right. So I will review. That may take 1 hour. 1 hour. Now after 1 hour, I will take a break of say 5 to 10 minutes, because it's important when studying to have breaks. And I'll be talking more about breaks later. I'll need to take a break of say 5 to 10 minutes, so that when I come back on the same day, I can choose to do another question, say from transportation problems. This is still the same day, November 1. November 1, I'll do a question on transportation. That may take again another 1 hour. I'll check the answers and compare what I have retrieved from my memory and what is the answer. Then I again take time to review it. Maybe it's a formula I didn't get right. I'll have to write the formula down, try and memorize it, take a break. That will be another, after 10 minutes, 1 hour. All right, after 10 minutes, I'll come and do 1 hour. Then the same day, after that, I may come here and do a question on assumptions. This is a common question, assumptions of linear programming, November 1. Assumptions, that will take around just 10 minutes or less, 10 minutes or less. 10 minutes or less, these are 10 minutes. I'll do the review, then after another 10 minutes break, I can come back, this is a short question, and do a question on, say, shadow prices, November 1. Shadow prices, say another 40 or 50 minutes. 50 minutes, then I take another break. So that is how I will do it on day 1, quantitative analysis. Those are around 3 hours. So on day 1, 3 hours, that is what I will do. Then remember, I could be having 2 more other subjects. I'll also do scoping the other subjects. The other 3 hours, I'm assuming a student has around 8 hours to study in a day. The other subjects, I will do the same, do scoping, select the most difficult subtopics, then that's it. But if a candidate has only one subject, there is a student who called and told me that he has failed this subject for 4 times, around 4 times, until she had to repeat the rest of the subjects. The other one told me she only has one chance to pass this subject. Now, if that is the only subject you have, having done 3 hours and assuming you have 8 hours in a day to study, you will then come after the 3rd break. You will come and pick. Pick subtopics from a different topic. Right? You can have one question from the network analysis. Okay, network analysis. Do one question, 30 or 40 minutes. Check from the book or from our videos the answers, mark your work, retrieve first from your memory, check from the book what you have done, mark your work, then take a break, have a break. After the first break, you can move to the third topic. Okay, move to the third topic, do another question. That is a different topic. I've said this is linear programming. Then there is the second round, linear programming. You've done 3 questions. Okay, question 1, question 2, question 3. Network analysis, you do 1 question, just 1 question. This is 1 hour. These 3, we saw 3 hours. Do a question on network analysis, then review. Then you can pick another topic, mathematical functions, do 1 question, complete question, another 1 hour. But make sure you take breaks. Take a break after every question. Then there is another hour. You can do another topic, say simulation. Simulation, another 1 question, 1 hour. So in a day, candidate, you can see these are 6 hours. If you're a full-time student, you have 2 more hours. You can pick another topic like time series. Time series, do 1 question. This is 1 hour. 1 hour. Then which other topic? The last topic will say probability. You do 1 question, 1 hour. So this is what you ought to do. That is what I would do if I have 21 days to revise for this paper. So that in a day, you can see I will have revised from, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, from 6 topics. Then remember this subject, there are 11 topics. The last one is emerging issues, 11 topics, meaning the second day on November 2, you can pick the other set, November 2nd. This is November 1. Then on November 2, you can do another, you can do 6 questions from the different topics. The other remaining topics are question each in the whole day. That is, I'm assuming now you only have 1 subject. If you have many subjects, then you can interchange. So now I hope you have understood up to that point. November 1, I've revised 6 topics by testing myself. I've used the technique. The technique I've used is the testing myself, which I also said is also known as active recall or practice. I've done practice by retrieval. I've revised by retrieving information from my memory, and that remember what I said, that the testing yourself is better. Testing yourself is better than reading. Okay, the same thing 5 times. It's better to test yourself on this question than read that same thing 5 times. That one is backed by studies. So I want you to get the point. That one on first testing yourself. You have revised by testing yourself and not by just reading notes. Then there is a second technique revision, that is spaced revision. Now I want you to be careful here now. I want to explain the technique on spaced revision or continuous revision. Having gone through the whole topics, you can gauge yourself and know which topic is difficult, which topic you've not understood well. Okay, then it is based on that exercise that you'll be able to know which area you need to concentrate more. So assuming that this exercise that you did on November 1, you notice that you are not very good in simplex. That means that on November 3, because remember on November 2nd you did another topic. Now November 3 you repeat this subtopic. Look for another question. Test yourself on that question. Check the answers from the book or from our lecturers at Manifested. Then you may notice that again this transportation, you are not good in transportation. So you will again November 3 you will repeat. That is just, you skip one day, you repeat. November 5 you can come and do a question on assignment, and come do a question on graphical method. November 5. This is November 5. So the idea here, candidate, is that you will be able to trace the record. You'll be able to know which subtopics to concentrate on, and that process continues. You can now see here we're just on November 5th. This can be repeated on November 10th. You can do this again on November 16. You can repeat it on November 21st. As you move towards the exam, you'll have done this subtopic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. That will also be the case for these other subtopics and the other topics. And that's how we learn. That is how to interrupt the forgetting curve. So that towards the end of your revision, you will have done each topic many times. And that is in line with what you have been talking about. This is what I've been talking about all the time. That number 1, we learn by practicing. We learn by retrieving information from the brain. Number 2, that we perfect by repetitive, okay? Spaced repetition. Here repetition has been spaced throughout the 21 days. It has been spaced out, spread out. And the purpose is to defeat the learning curve, When this repetition is done, when this revision is done repetitively, is spread throughout the learning session, then the learning curve, you defy the learning curve so that there is nothing to forget. You'll remember everything 100%. This will be your curve. But if you study and you don't make any effort to remember what you've studied, then what you have learned will be lost at an exponential rate over time. As time goes by, information fades. But if you go back, you try to retrieve information, try to review, try to check continuously, then that is how to retain information for a long period of time. And that is also what we read in the Torah, that if you want to keep words in your heart, then number one, talk about it while seated in your house. Talk about it when you are walking along the way. All right. Talk about it when you are seated down, when you arise. Write the words on your hand. Okay, we learned that you should also write the words on the doorsteps of your houses and your gates. That the point is repetition. That is how memory works. There is no any other way, and that is what we emphasize here at Manifested e-learning platform. And I hope I've helped you in a way. If you have any queries, please remember to ask your questions and your questions will be answered. One more important thing that I need to emphasize is that you need to have breaks when studying. Make sure there are breaks. You take breaks at the end of every question. Take a break. And a break does not mean that you just sit down. No, change, stretch. You can stretch, do some press-ups or skip the rope, or you can, if you are in your house, you can switch on the music and dance. I recommend you try dancing. It has been found that dancing can be very helpful, especially when you are in stress or anxious or depressed. Some of you could be depressed because of exams. Dancing can be very helpful because it allows you to let loose. It is this letting loose that helps improve your mental health.